Hello, folks. Hello, and welcome to the Virginia Democratic Small Business Caucus Show. We have a fantastic guest today, a special guest. We're going to do something a little bit different. As you can see on the screen, I have someone really special, but I'm going to take her off for a minute. I'm going to bring myself back in. I just want to welcome you here to the Virginia Democratic Small Business Caucus Show, live and with our special guest. We have to squeeze in. We've got some fantastic news for you. There's an event coming up in September, and the person who is going to tell you all about this and tell you about herself, I've been trying to get her on this show for a long time, folks. So I'm just glad that she's here and glad we're going to be able to go ahead and introduce her. And first, I'm going to bring her screen back up again. Here we go. Boom. There she is. This is Margo Horner, and she's the chair of the Virginia 8th Congressional District Democrats. And she got a fantastic resume, but I had to work really quick to get information out. So it's a little bit thin, but Margo's going to tell us a lot more about her because she only has a little bit of time. So not only is she the chair of the Virginia 8th Congressional District Democrats, she's also the executive office manager since 2004 for the Metropolitan Washington Airports Authority for over 18 years. She's also been in doing the same thing with Leadership Arlington. She's been the Revenue Deputy Commissioner for the revenue, I'm kind of screwing this up. Margo will fix it for me, for Arlington County government for 16 years. And also her education, she's got both her bachelor's and her master's out of good old Dominion University. So folks, without further ado, I am going to bring up someone that we can talk about this fantastic event coming up. I'm going to bring up Margo, and Margo, I'm bringing her into the stream now. Margo, how are you doing?
Thank you
I'm
so
glad
much,
to
Mark.
see you.
You're more than generous and kind with your statements. I do want to make one correction.
Go ahead.
I'm no longer with the Metropolitan Washington Airports Authority. I retired from that position. So let me just make that correction. Mark is so gracious that he's been inviting me to come on his show. And I kind of feel like I'm on as close as I can get to Saturday Night Live. But it would probably be a little late and I'd be a little pooped by then. But I do want to tell you that as in the 8th District, and Mark is also a member of the 8th District since he resides in the 8th District and is chair of the Virginia Small Business Caucus. But we're having an event in the 8th District that we have been having since '93. I do want to say that we're back now in view of having been out for a period of time due to COVID. But we're back now, and we're so thrilled to have an event that is called the Kennedy King Dinner. One of the few with that name in the United States. And we're very proud. We did it very early on. And this is just a special time when we reflect on the lives, the legacies of Martin Luther King and Robert F. Kennedy. It causes a period of reflection. We talk about the democratic values that are important to the Democratic Party, and I must also say to our country. So let me just say a couple of things. All over Northern Virginia, we're coming together to celebrate these legacies and these aspirations of Dr. Martin Luther King and Robert F. Kennedy. And we want to advance the Democratic Party's mission for peace, and let me say justice and equality, all very important key points. And we reflect on those during the dinner. And we'd also like, I want to say this in all honesty, to turn Virginia blue.
Absolutely.
We are delighted. And I'm thrilled that we have the opportunity to hear from Congressman Don Beyer and also another congressman, the majority whip, Jim Clyburn of South Carolina. We're thrilled to have Congressman Clyburn, the majority whip. Let me just say that he was so instrumental in helping Joe Biden win South Carolina in 2020. And he is an exceptional leader in the United States House of Representatives, having served South Carolina for a long period of time. He's close to the people, and he reflects all of these values. So we're having this event on a Friday night, September 16. And I'm proud to admit we're having it at the Doubletree Hilton in Crystal City on Army Navy Drive. And guess what that hotel is? It's a union hotel. We believe strongly in that, and our congressman does too. So we'll be at that hotel. There are tickets that are available. And I will tell you that the 8th District has a website, www.va, the number 8, THCDEMS.org. And you'll see information on it. But I'll just let you know, they're all ticket levels. And particularly for people that may say, well, you know, I don't have much money. I understand that. I've been there too. But we have special prices for young Democrats. We have special prices for veterans, for union members, and also too, let me just say that seniors get a special price too. So we have that going on. Reception is 6:30 to 7:30. Dinner is 7:30 on the dot. And then we begin the program. And we move rather quickly because people are there to listen, to enjoy, to network, and also to have some good, honest fun in their discussions with their neighbors and the communities there. So it's a strong community engagement time. So I would love to have anyone listening just decide to go. And that is an exceptional flyer that we have there. And it is showing you Robert F. Kennedy and Martin Luther King. And these were two exceptional leaders who had a very strong talent in oratory and speaking to people. And they would talk to your heart, turn it, twist it, and you'd react. And that is an exceptional talent that some people have. I've seen it in my lifetime. I've heard speeches like that. One person who would turn my heart anytime was John Lewis. We had the opportunity to have Congressman Lewis, the late Congressman John Lewis, on at least 3 occasions for the Kennedy King dinner. And that was very much an important part of each of our lives who had that opportunity to be there in attendance. He talked to your heart, he turned it, he twisted it, and he talked to you about his years as a freedom rider and as a civil rights activist. And we all should also be activists in our own community for what we care deeply for. So we've also had the opportunity to also remember that in these times, voting rights is absolutely critical. We want to maintain that. Everybody who's in the United States has a right to vote. No one should be turned away. They should be able to vote. Also, too, in the past, some of our speakers also included many of our Democratic governors of Virginia, Senator Warner, Senator Kaine, Governor McAuliffe, and I will also say President Clinton came one year. Hillary Clinton came along with John Lewis, and then John Lewis separately on other occasions. So I will just say you're welcome to come. We'd love to have you. We'll get you in early in the evening, and you'll be home. Don't worry, you'll be home to get ready for the next day work or the next day's activism that you have in the Democratic Party. And again, Absolutely. This is a time in our lifetimes for all of us that we want to be active, involved in registering voters. We want to be canvassing. Guess what? I'm putting my hand to the phone like this. You want to be on the phone, or you want to be texting. You want to be communicating with people to get them off their chairs and get them on the way to vote, and then have them say, oh, I want to do something to get other people out. We're ready to do this. Won't you join me in coming to the Kennedy King dinner? And also, I give you the opportunity to join me, to join Mark, to enjoy our neighbors in the 8th Congressional District under the leadership of Congressman Don Beyer, to be engaged and involved in this election. It's critical time. Don't miss it.
I don't think anybody could have said that any better, Margo. I think that was a fantastic job.
Well, you know, Mark, I've learned a lot under Mark. I want to let you know that. He is quite an exceptional leader himself. He's tough to deal with, but he will do it. And he will be out there just like I will be. So come on out, meet me. Meet Mark. We'd love to have you out there helping us because you're always wanted and we appreciate anything that you can do to help us.
So, folks, get on out there and support the Kennedy King Dinner. I've been to a number of them. They're fantastic events. If you're a Democrat, if you're not a Democrat, you just love a great dinner in a Union hotel and meet a lot of folks and have a great time, but still get some business done. You cannot go to a better event in Northern Virginia that the Democrats give other than the Kennedy King Dinner, which happens every year like clockwork, except for we only missed it 1 year during COVID, right, Margo?
Well, the last one was in 2019. So we're back up again. We want to be sure. And, if you say, oh, I'm a little leery about coming, I will place you in the room where you'll be clearly by yourself. You'll have social distancing and you'll have a fine dinner from the hotel and you'll listen to the leaders of a lifetime. And that's critical because you will walk away saying, Margo was right. Mark was right. I'm glad I came.
Glad you came. And Mark, I am so happy to keep you on track so that you can make your next 7 o'clock meeting so you can give the same speech to whoever the next group is, because we're coming up with 1 minute left. But let me ask you one thing.
Are special. They get this message special.
Let me ask you the one question I ask all my guests. If you were queen for a day and you had that magic wand, you could make anything happen, what would you do?
My greatest desire is to see democracy restored. That is really what I would like to see. If you're to say, Margo, I'm surprised you didn't mention a cure for cancer, I'd like to see that too. I think we all have objectives because many of us have been touched in our families by cancer. Yeah. But throughout the United States, many people have been touched by the fact that they can't vote. Yeah. And I want to restore the right to voting to everyone. No questions. No stopping. I want everybody to be able to vote. I don't want anyone to be suppressed from voting. That to me is not American. And in this world, we have a lot of veterans. And guess what? Everybody should be voting. And also, too, I want to always appreciate our veterans. When they come home from being on service to our country, welcome them back. Say thank you for serving. Those are the things I care deeply about. And, I would hope you join me in that, too.
Well, we'll see you. And as you can see scrolling across the bottom, folks, if you take time just to write that down, you can go buy your ticket online at that Act Blue, what do you call them, a crawler at the bottom. And we'd love to see you at that dinner. Margo, thank you for taking the time to see me. I know you've got another meeting to run to, so I will see you at the Kennedy King dinner.
Thank you, Mark. See you, everybody.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.